We continue our AC/DC extravaganza.
Woo!
Today, we're going to be ranking AC/DC's top 3 albums of all time. Next, on Rock and Roll Seniors. Okay, so we just covered the rankings of AC/DC's Back in Black. If you haven't seen that,
maybe they haven't seen. Oh, you were just going to say that.
Yes.
Okay, I'll shut up.
My sidekick is not really a sidekick. You can watch our previous video where we do the ranking of the songs in AC/DC's Back in Black. And now we are going to cover the top 3 albums AC/DC because they're coming on tour in the US in 2025.
Yes.
And we decide what better time to talk about AC/DC
Than now. Which could be their last tour. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be the last tour because it's age is something, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
Brian Johnson is 76 years old, and Angus Young is 68, so they're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
It's
probably harder.
I hate that.
It's probably harder and
Does
harder for him to
anybody
put
get
the
any
school
younger?
uniform.
Oh, he's
I don't
not
know.
getting any younger. Like, who is? Can somebody point to somebody? Oh, he's getting younger. Okay, sorry.
Well, yeah, but when you're 20 and then 30, yeah, you're still young, but when you're 68 and then 78, you're not getting any younger. That's kind of how it works. Anyway,
Well, you had 20 never
we're going to
mind.
start
Okay.
with T-shirt check.
Yes.
Who's going to first? Who's going to be first?
All right. I'm wearing Vakken Open Air 2022.
He
Get
loves
used to it. You'll see a lot of this one.
Well, I haven't seen that one.
he loves Vakken a lot. So, yeah, you're going to see that a lot.
And this has nothing to do with the rankings today, but I'm wearing AC/DC Back in Black T-shirt with all the songs
Are you
in the
foreshadowing?
back. Nope.
Are you
I'm
getting
not
younger?
foreshadowing. Not at all.
Is that shirt getting younger?
Nope. No, this is old. This is like this is old.
You can, yeah, you probably have watched it a lot. You can tell,
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
That's cool. Cool.
It's
Cool
not
shirt,
even
though.
black anymore. It's gray. Black and gray.
Back in gray and blue too. So yeah, I'm wearing a Kiss World Tour 1977, and the reason I'm wearing this one related to AC/DC is because AC/DC opened for Kiss around this for this tour. What I can remember is apparently they opened for them some shows back in December of 1977, and probably some of the recordings ended up on what ended up being Alive 2. So,
Oh, really?
apparently, that's what I read. So,
Well, then it must be true.
if I'm wrong, then you can say on the comments if
Yes,
I'm wrong. But
yeah.
it was in 1977 when they opened for
You
for
can
Kiss.
tell him that he's wrong and that he sucks.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, you can say that too. So, and
Well, this is not a concert T-shirt, but again, for the occasion, AC/DC 50 years. So with the Mr. Bon Scott here and Malcolm Young, you know, rest in
Oh,
peace,
wow, that's
guys.
pretty nice.
rest in
yeah.
peace.
So yeah, rest in peace.
Rest
So,
in peace. We miss
50
you, Mal.
years,
We
you
miss
know.
you, Bond. So
Yeah, so 50 years anniversary. So.
cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers.
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 Oh, that's a good shirt. That's a really nice shirt.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we're talking top 3 albums of all time. They are, we counted them earlier, 16 AC/DC albums.
Studio, yeah, studio.
Yes, studio
Studio
albums.
albums, yes.
Or if you want to get technical, there's like one long AC/DC album. Because we all know they all sound the same. We have 2 singers. We have Bon Scott and Brian Johnson. Bon Scott did 5 albums, and we have 11 with Brian Johnson. So
Are either one of them getting? Is Bon Scott getting younger?
he's not getting any older.
Oh.
Nope.
Well, he's onto something.
Yes.
Yeah, he's dead. That's why.
So we're going to start ranking our top 3, and let's go from this side. So you want to get started, Dave? And your number 3 AC/DC album?
Dirty Deeds and Done Dirt Cheap.
Yes.
That was actually the first AC/DC album I got into because, well, I was 12 when Back in Black came out. So my introduction to a lot of rock was joining the Columbia Record Tape Club for 1 penny. And I got both Back in Black.
Please explain, because some people
Oh
they
yeah,
have
what is
no idea.
what
No,
is that?
everybody there's no children are going to be watching. Oh, okay.
You never know.
If there were, what you used to do is there used to be an ad in this thing like a magazine. A magazine's like where you take part of the internet and print it out and sell it, and you have to wait every month for a new version to come out. Anyway.
That's accurate.
Yeah. So you take this printed version. Anyway, there was like a little version of Amazon on one page where you could pick 12 records for a penny, and then you were part of a club where they'd send you a record that you didn't want every month and you still had to pay for it.
Yep.
Anyway, part of my initial 12 was Back in Black and Dirty Deeds, but I started listening to Dirty Deeds first, so that's the one that I got hooked on.
Excellent. And in the United States, Dirty Deeds came out after Back in Black, even though originally it was their third studio album, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. It was the second or third. Yeah.
Yes.
Because it was high voltage, TNT. But I think TNT.
Yeah, high
No,
voltage
that's not
TNT.
TNT was Australian.
Australian version.
Yeah, the
okay,
Australian
all right,
version
okay.
is-
So
yeah.
Dirty Deeds was officially their second album, but came out in the US in 1981. So
After the success of Back in Black, they re-released it in the States. Okay, so
But as I said, for me, I got it at the same time. I was 13. So even though Back in Black came out when I was 12.
okay,
I was
excellent.
late to the party. So
All right.
what's your number 3?
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna say I've listened to a lot of AC/DC this week.
How much AC/DC have you listened to?
All of it. All of AC/DC I listened this week too. And there's a lot of great songs. I'm on a lot of albums. But this is the top 3, and I'm glad it's top 3 because if we had to rank him, it would have taken way too long. I don't even know how to rank him. But that being said, my number 3 for this exercise is Let There Be Rock.
great album.
Yeah, great.
Love that album, listen to it a lot. It's got some classic like Let There Be Rock, Bad Boy Boogie, Problem Child, Pale Ain't a Bad
Child.
Place to Be, and any album that ends up with a whole lot of Rosie
Deserves to be in the list.
deserves to be in the
Deserves
top
to be
3
in your
list.
top 3, 5, or
Problem
whatever.
Child on.
Yes, Problem Child is
Yeah.
in 2
Yeah, yeah.
AC/DC albums.
Well, what's the
and
deal
if
with
anybody,
that?
and if somebody knows, because we talked about it a little bit before, and we couldn't figure it out. If anybody knows why Problem Child is in 2 studio albums,
Leave it in the comments.
Yep, let us
and
know.
let us know.
Please.
So we can learn something new
no, your
tonight.
number 3.
Well, I thought I had my number 3 pick, and then the more I kept thinking about it, I was like, oh man.
That's right.
man,
He was
don't
making
think
a decision like 5 minutes ago.
And I think
No.
I decided that my number 3 is another album from the one that I originally had.
Okay.
Originally I had Back in Black as my number 3, but
wow.
like I said, the more I thought about it, I think I like this album. Not that I think. I know I like this album a lot more. So my number 3 album is Dirty Deeds Thunder Chic.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
I remember.
Can I make a sale?
I think so.
Oh,
Well, no, I remember that album listening at our house because he used to have an 8-track. And don't ask me to explain what is an 8-track because I don't know how I would explain it, but he had the 8-track for
Analog tape.
Dirty Deeds.
Analog
Yeah, I have
tape.
it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even back in the day, not a lot of people had 8 tracks because those were
That's
like
true.
they
I had-
kind of
we
even
had
then
one
they
at home.
sucked.
That's true.
We had one at home.
Did you? Did you?
Yeah,
have-
we have one, but we only have a few. I
never
remember
had
having that one. I remember having Kiss Dynasty and Kiss Double Platinum. Those
You
were
couldn't
the
fast forward
8-track.
or rewind those, right?
No,
could only
you
hit
had.
the-
Yeah,
no,
you had to.
You had just to wait and let it.
I think it was 4 tracks, not 4 tracks, 4. I don't know.
size.
Yeah,
I guess for size, whatever.
Yeah, at least our
And then
8-track was
the
like that.
songs will fade, and when the side was ending, and then it will start like in the next side with the fading again, fading in. So basically, that was an 8-track.
So let me repeat what he just said. In the middle of the song you liked, it faded out.
Yep,
And then you had to wait a couple seconds and then it faded
It
back
faded
in,
in.
and it continued.
yep. So that's an 8-track for
And
you
they
guys.
sold that thing.
Yep, they did.
People bought those.
And people
Yeah.
bought that.
He did. So he,
We,
he did
we had
that
one at home.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bought it. I
never
bought
had
it. I
one.
mean,
I had a
And-
cassette or albums.
I
but
think the
did
album-
not
I
We
think
had, we had albums, and because it was like one of those old stereo systems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that had-
Yeah, that's one of the.
And 8-track.
Yeah,
we got 8-track
Two
records
records.
and
Yeah.
cassettes.
And
Yeah,
My
that's it.
parents bought a few.
well, that
8-tracks.
one, the 8-track didn't have a cassette.
No,
It
they
was
didn't.
a
Well,
record
no,
and
We
no.
had a
a-
collection
And the 8-track,
of
yeah.
8-tracks,
So-
but
but-
we had 8-tracks.
Anyway,
The
you
song
can't hear
the
all
song
of
that
us.
stuck with me was, I think, is the funniest song of all is Big Balls. Come on.
Yes.
You have to like a song called Big Balls. So, but then I listened to the album. Obviously, the older I got, I kept listening to the album, and I think to me, from top to bottom, it's like a fantastic album. And that's why I went from back in Black to Dirty Deeds Thunder Chip. So that's my number 3
Excellent.
AC/DC album.
Papo.
Okay, my number 3, I know it's gonna be a lot of controversy or how you say?
Controversy?
Controversy?
No. That's the right way. How you say? Sorry, I mean
Controversy.
controversy. Sorry.
Controversy for those that don't speak
Yeah.
English.
So I know this is
Or
gonna.
Prince in Argentina.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of good albums. I mean, I know that many people say they sound the same, but what I'm saying is when you got a good recipe, you don't change the recipe because it's good. So you're still selling albums. So
That's true.
yeah, so that's it. So
They got 16 plates are exactly the
Did
same.
one thing,
Yeah,
they
so-
do it well.
Yes. They do
yeah,
very
exactly.
well.
People like it. So Angus Young and Malcolm Young said we don't want to change that because we're still selling albums. Why are we going to change that?
That's their formula, yeah.
Yeah, that's
their-
it.
Mess
So
with it.
yeah, that's it. So after Razor's Edge, Ball Breaker, and Stiff Upper Lip, I mean, I think Black Eyes is a good album. So all the songs. They have a new producer. What is the name? Bruce.
Brendan O'Brien.
Brendan Ryan. So
He produced.
good produced.
If you want to know, he produced
Stone Temple Pilots.
Pearl Jam, Rage
So-
Against the Machine, Bruce Springsteen,
So did he do anybody good besides AC/DC?
and he had
Faith
mixed.
No More.
Oh, okay.
He had mixed a bunch of other artists, but
I mean, I
he's,
heard
Yeah.
Springsteen.
he's,
and
normal,
I
he's
heard
mostly known for those
Pearl
bands
Jam.
as a producer.
The
And-
Warblers.
Yeah. So and I know that. And I know again that all the songs sound the same, but you hear, I mean, me as a big AC/DC fan, you can hear the difference. From Steve Upper Lip, that it was his brother George Young and Harry Banda that produced that record, with this one, with Brendan producing this one, and Razor's Edge that was produced by Bruce Fairbairn, I think. So you can hear the little difference between producers. Sound the same, but you can hear the difference. And for me, Black Eyes Tour, it was, I mean, of that era is the best album. Plus, when you got a good album and a good tour, because that tour is, I mean, for me, all the concerts that I
If you guys remember, we did
Oh,
an
man.
episode about the top 3 concerts.
Concerts,
I think most of us would pick this one either number 1 or number 2 of the tour because it was a fantastic show.
Yeah, even people that hear doom metal, heavy metal and stuff, they said that tour is the best. I mean, because again, those lighting, that production against the songs. I mean, that's why I decided Black Eyes Tour number 3. I mean, of the new generation. Black Eyes Tour. I like
Album,
this
you
one.
mean?
The album, yeah, sorry. I mean the Black
album
Eyes.
made it
No
to
more,
number
no,
one.
more, no more beer for
No
him.
more beer for
him.
me. Yeah,
And that album made it to number 1. Like
yeah. So
in the U.S. and pretty much everywhere in the world, it was number 1.
Yeah, because it was 8 years between
That is
Stiff
everywhere.
Upper Lip and Black
Everywhere.
Eyes.
That's U.S. to us.
It was 8 years between those two
Yeah.
albums, so people were like, "What's going on with AC/DC?" So
Excellent.
this is
Yeah,
what happened.
so-
Black Eyes.
So
They
Pablo,
wanted to know.
number 3.
They
Yeah.
wanted to know if they were getting younger.
Yeah, there you go.
So Let There Be Rock, 2 Dirty Beats, and 1 Black Ice. And number 2.
Number 2. Going back to the middle.
You need props? Okay.
Nope. Back in Black. I think since we already talked about Back in Black, I don't need to say more. Like I said,
Excuse
it was
me.
Sort of my first, because I got them both at the same time. But
Back in Black.
but
Yep.
Back in Black.
Surprisingly enough, it peaked at number 4 in the U.S.
Oh, what's wrong with the US people? Not kidding.
But it sold more copies.
It sold way
Oh,
more
yeah, no,
copies.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, stayed
Yeah.
for longer, but it peaked. Because yeah,
We weren't ready. We weren't ready for it.
Yeah,
when
this-
it came out, it was just like people were like, "Oh, I don't know if I can handle this rock and roll music
I know.
stuff."
I think there's still people discovering
these
this album to this
Australians.
day. That's what
Like-
I believe that. So good pick, good choice, good
yeah,
choice.
good choice. My number 2. And number 2 and number 1 were really close, but
Mine too.
right for today, when we're recording today, it is my number 2, and that is Highway to Hell.
that is an excellent choice too.
That
yeah,
Ooh, I
good
can't wait-
choice.
I
Good
can't wait for
choice.
your number 1 then.
I mean,
because
come on, Highway to Hell, Girls Got Rhythm, Walk All Over You, Too Much, Shut Down in Flames, If You Want Blood, You Got It,
That is one of my favorites.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
It's
that
just-
song is really good.
It's just banger after banger after banger. Also, the last studio album with Bon Scott, and
I guess rest
while
in
they were
peace.
famous, they were at that point to like blow up and become
They were about to.
like we're all superstars, and we don't know. We're imagined that if Bon Scott hadn't died, they would have achieved it anyway. But this was the prior album.
I believe they would.
where
Yeah,
everybody
I
was
think so
ready.
too.
I think they will have. I
don't
believe
think he
so.
could party like a rock star.
I don't think they would have had Back in Black if he would have
No.
still been alive.
But again,
Because-
I'll say it again. He proved that clearly he could not party like a rock star.
Nope.
Anyway,
So that's my number 2, Highway to Hell.
My number 2.
stop playing with yourself.
This was what I'm not playing with myself.
Stop playing with Andrew.
This was like a tough one. I discovered, well, not discovered. I know about the album, but I kind of started listening late in life because of a friend of mine that used to work with me in a record store. He's the one that told me like, "Hey, you need to listen to this album more." And it's like as soon as you listen to the first song of this album, you're gonna be in love, and it's gonna be one of your favorite AC/DC albums.
You're doing good at building suspense.
And
Tell us.
I know. And to this day,
Say it.
Come on.
say it, okay?
Pull it
Including
out.
the song Rock and Roll Damnation, which to me is the best AC/DC song in the catalog. My number 2 album is Power Age.
Good album. Good album.
Power,
Definitely.
man.
Well, no arguments.
Nope.
Like Rock and Roll Damnation, Sin City, like Kicking the Teeth, Gun Shooting. This album is great, and it sounds better actually, I think, when you're drunk. But you don't need to be drunk actually to enjoy it, but just, a hint if you want to. But this is a fantastic album to start from start to finish. So if you are discovering AC/DC and need an album to start that is not Back in Black, I would say go with this one. Power Rage is my number 2.
And the thing I also like about the Bon Scott old albums is they're like really raw. The production is really raw, and it sounds so good. I really like them.
Yep.
Well, for me, my number 3, again, what I said before.
2.
Number 2. Oh my God. No more.
No more beer for you, damn it.
No more beer. So, what I mentioned in the other episode, that the first time that I heard AC/DC was with Brian Johnson, so I was listening to all the albums. But when I started to listening to Bon Scott, that's what I discovered AC/DC with Bon Scott. So, my number 3 album, definitely. Number 2.
Make that one now.
Number 2.
I've got half left.
Non-alcoholic for you next.
Yeah, no, I put the beer.
Heineken NA
Old
for you.
duels, yeah. Where's the old duels
Yeah.
for Papo?
Yes.
My number 2 is Highway to Hell. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, those songs and Bon Scott, I mean, Highway to Hell, Shot Down in Flames. That's my favorite song of that album. That song is great. So, great album, great production. And John Mudd-Lange also was the producer of this album. So, Highway to Hell.
For those of you who don't know who Mudd-Lange is,
He's the one that produced Back in Black.
Shania Twain's ex-husband.
Yeah.
He cheated on her.
He was. They were.
Wow.
They split. Yeah, they split.
Yeah, he's the one that produced Def Leppard, Foreigner. Yep.
Yeah, so great producer. So he
How
produced
do you
this.
how do you cheat on Shania Twain? I don't know how, but yeah, he did. So anyway,
So he produced this
that's a
album.
different episode, right? I'm kidding.
Great album. And after that, he produced Back in
yeah.
Black. So,
That's in rock and roll stories.
That's a rock and roll story. Okay.
so again, my number 3.
Number 2.
I got something with number 3, so I don't know what's going on. But
I don't know.
number 2, Highway to
So
Hell.
2 of us pick Highway to Hell. That's our number 2.
Yeah.
And now. No, don't.
Numero 1.
Number 1.
My number 2.
No, number
my
3.
It's my number 2. No, my number. Oh God. What number am I on?
1.
3.
No, number 1. Number 1.
Highway to Hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, what more can you say? You guys already covered it.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's that's just for me, like you were saying. It's more. I like that raw. It's more what I don't know, garage type sound or something. Just I like that. So
Excellent.
that's my number 1. I mean, my number 2. No, what number am I on?
Number 1.
3.
All right, no more beer for you also. Jesus Christ.
Number 1. Okay.
It's contagious. So yeah,
I've
no.
got 2 beers left.
So my number 1 and no 1.
3.
4.
Okay.
Number 1. So this album, I've listened to it. Any other album or any other time, maybe would have been number 2 or number 3. But because I listened to it so much, like beginning to end, not skipping a song, over and over again.
Power up.
I'm giving up the game. It is AC/DC's Back in Black. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's iconic. Even people that don't care about rock know songs from that album. It's iconic. It's one of the top albums ever released in rock and metal. So for that reason, it's gotta be number 1.
I listened to an interview a long time ago. Silent Pepper, one of the singers of that duo, she said, I listened to AC/DC on high school. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah.
My wife was, what? She was listening to AC/DC.
She knows.
AC/DC.
She knows what's up.
Yeah. Yeah.
She knows what's up. You
Yeah.
hear that, Gina? She knows what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife that doesn't listen to any rock whatsoever. She knows songs from Back in Black. So
That's good
that,
choice.
That tells you that's iconic album.
Well, my number 1 is not Back in Black. It is Highway to Hell.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to-
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that-
what I mean.
Yeah, I don't need to say anything else. Other than, to me, this is the
Why you like
Perfect.
that better than that? Why do you like Highway to Hell better than
I
Back in
like.
Black?
I don't know. To me, this album is more. To me, it's more rocking than
Back in Black?
Back in
Yeah,
Black.
it's
For,
got more-
for me,
more raw.
For me,
Yeah,
it is.
it's-
And
It's faster,
once,
definitely, the
yeah,
songs.
and once I hear "Beating Around the Bush," that's a song that I was like, "Oh yeah, this is."
Oh no,
this
I
is the
don't
best.
argue. I just wanted you
Oh, no,
to
no. Yeah.
articulate why you
Yeah,
like it
and
better.
I think even though they play Highway to Hell a lot and all that, I don't think it's as overplayed in radio as much as Back in Black or You Should Be
Well,
on
that is
Along.
something that we haven't touched on, like
Yeah.
the overplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
the
think that's
songs
why
in
that's
Back
why
in Black.
this one was my number 3. But then, like I said, the more I was thinking about it, it's like, you know what? No, and that's why I made a switcheroo last minute and pick Dirty Deeds,
Dirty Deeds.
at number 3. But number 1,
If you want Blood's a great
the
song.
perfect AC/DC album in my opinion, I Would Have Held.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm gonna touch
And the
myself
last album
again.
with Bon Scott. So.
The
Yeah.
last album with Bon Scott.
That's a classic,
And
definitely.
if you guys have the chance, watch the movie Let There Be Rock. It's basically a movie, but it's based on the Highway to Hell tour. It's a good concert movie. Like a bunch of like weird interviews with the band.
Yeah.
But especially with Bon, you see like how, I guess, special to say how
Yeah.
Bon Scott was for the band and
Yeah.
the way he was. So check it out if you have a chance.
You want to see Bon Scott live? That's a great.
That's
That's a great reference. I mean, that movie,
That
Let There Be
movie.
Rock.
It's a great, movie, like you said. So, I would have held numero uno.
Okay,
Well,
Pablo,
for me,
Give us
number
your
one, not number 3. Number 1, no surprise, Back in Black. You know,
Boo!
Back in Black has to be
you're
Back
in
in
the
Black.
minority, so-
Loser.
Again, I said it the first time that I heard AC/DC Back in Black. I was, what's going on? I didn't know that Bon Scott died. So, I mean, what my first memory of AC/DC is with Brian Johnson. So again, when I heard that album, I mean, and I heard Back in Black. I mean, so what is this? I mean, so again, we talk about this. So Back in Black has to be
I think
for
I'm-
me.
And I like,
Back in Black,
I
you
like
know.
to repeat that you guys don't know. Growing up, everybody had that album.
Yeah. So I mean,
Everybody had that album.
Yeah.
And because it was way before Metallica, whole black album, like when you were looking at somebody's albums, you could see it right there, just stuck out. It's the black one. Okay, you got AC/DC.
Wait, you said Metallica, but you should have said Spinal Tap because after AC/DC, Spinal Tap did the black album cover.
That's right.
So get it right, okay?
So yes, everybody that you knew had that album. So
Oh, runners up.
yeah. Oh yes, we got runners up. Do you have
We're gonna-
somebody?
I do. I have High Voltage.
You got High Voltage?
High Voltage.
The
because-
first
Yes.
international album.
Because this is, if I remember right, because I'm going by memory, because we were going to pick 3, and this is 4, and I can't read this now because I'm getting old with my arm. It's not. Maybe if you held that way, the fuck out there. No, even then, that's not.
It's a
Here
long,
you go.
yeah, it's a long way to the
Awesome.
top. Rock and
Yeah,
roll
it's a long way to the
singer.
top.
Yeah.
That's one of my
My
absolute
wife,
favorites.
my wife hates is a long way to the top.
Really, I love that.
But not
one.
only
That's
is
great.
because when it gets to the part with the pipes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
really?
the best
Oh,
part.
that's
well,
awesome.
we both work from home,
Yeah.
and sometimes I play
I
music.
mean, is that like the first
And
time bagpipes are used in a
when
rock
it gets
song?
to that part, she can hear it, and she's like,
Yeah, so
Stop
in 1976,
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be like a first.
the Jack,
Yeah. And TNT's on there.
TNT?
So, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
she got both.
Yeah.
High voltage.
But yeah.
Yep.
So that was.
so this was your number 4,
That
or
would've
this
been my
was
number-
more like your
No, that would have been my number 4.
like if you say like what would be the underrated AC/DC album? Will this be the one?
Underrated? No.
No, that's just your top
Maybe,
4.
well, I don't know because it depends on how other people rate them. And
Okay. Okay. Just curious.
I mean, now if I hear all of you all's number 4 and you don't pick that too, then I'll go with it's underrated.
Okay.
Okay, my honorable mentions. I picked 2 Bon Scott and 1 Brian Johnson, the first one. So I'm going to pick another Brian Johnson. I'm going to go with Racer's Edge.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, this week I
Thunderstruck.
listened to a lot of AC/DC getting ready for the episode, and I really enjoyed that one. There's a lot of good songs in that album that I really liked. And another
'cause-
honorable mention that I want to mention is any other of the Bon Scott albums. Dirty Deeds, Power Rage, High
Voltage.
Voltage, any of them will be honorable
All right, no more beer for you either.
So, yep, Racer's Edge
Yeah,
and
'cause-
any of the other Bon Scott albums.
I saw that tour. That was the first time I saw AC/DC was the Razor's Edge tour.
Really?
That was
Yeah,
that was
no.
that was a good show.
For me, obviously not Back in Black, but one album that I think people they hate, I guess, a lot, and I like a lot, is Fly on the Wall.
Ah,
See? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fly on the Wall.
Yes.
I don't know
Yeah.
why.
I'm
I don't know
gonna-
why people hate it.
yeah. I don't know
They-
why.
I
I don't
listened
know.
to it, I guess, Thursday this week, and I liked it.
Oh, it's great.
I liked it. It's a
great album.
I
It's
think I
great.
listened to it once, like
Like,
20
sing
years
the
ago, and then just went.
No,
nah.
no, 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 no,
I
man.
liked it.
Listen
It
to
has
I
a
it
like
little-
it.
again.
I like. Yeah, I like.
Listen to it again. Like Sing the Pain, Hell High
Yes.
Water, Back in Business.
Shake Your Foundations.
Shake Your
and-
Foundations. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it was
a
it
great
was
album.
It's a solid album.
It is.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know why. That's the one that they produce themselves.
Yeah, they produce themselves and they do a.
Maybe that's why they people like I guess criticizes a lot. Maybe because they produce it themselves. They didn't have like an actual.
I thought it was a lot of variety.
Like known
and
producer?
It was good. It was just.
It was good. I
album.
mean,
I didn't hear the hit.
The hit?
Yeah. What was the hit on there?
Oh,
Is there a hit?
No, there's no hit.
maybe that's
Yes.
why people hate it because it's not on the radio. But I mean, for that album, they produced a 4-video promo.
Oh yeah, that's like.
I got it. Yeah. So and I think they start to doing that more often. The videos and stuff. Again, it was 4 video for that album. So-
It's like
and
a-
nobody
yeah,
knows that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's like a little story they made with the
Yeah.
in the
And it's really good and funny.
in the VHS.
Yeah, in the
but-
VHS.
What's a VHS?
Video home.
Is that like streaming where you'd like download streaming and put it
It's
on
like a
thing?
rectangle shaped thing.
It's like a cassette, but for video.
for video? Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
rectangle
What's a cassette?
thing with
Remember
like
we talked about that
with like
earlier?
some tape in
Analog tape.
it and it's pins.
that
That's
you need
what
to
a
have a
VHS
pencil
is.
to like fast forward
You need
it.
a pencil to listen to a cassette?
Yes,
Yeah.
because if you didn't have a pencil, then the tape would go all over the place, and you could not plug it into.
I
the
would love to
cassette
see
player.
somebody make a thing based on just how you were explaining this.
Can happen, man. It's 2020. Well, almost
So
2025.
yeah, Fly on the Wall.
Well, Fly on the Wall is
Good album, and blow up
Yeah.
your videos.
Right.
Yeah, it's a good album too. So
So.
All right, Papo, you're number
so
3.
yeah, and
You're
honorable mention. I don't know.
Number 3.
No, number 4. Cuatro.
Honorable
So-
mention.
Yeah, honorable mention. I don't know because we are brothers. We got maybe the same influence at that times. Again, honorable mention. Fly on the Wall. Great album. And again, maybe I don't. One of the reasons that people hate that album is because they changed the drummer. Phil Roth was out, and Simon Wright got that gig. I mean, but again,
I
it
think
was,
he did a good job, though.
no, it's a good job. The
That
guitar
album
sounds
is
good.
the definition of underrated album.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
Nobody
definitely.
talks about it.
No.
And
yeah.
listening to it with fresh ears
Yeah,
this
so
week,
oh no,
I enjoyed it. It was
and
good.
Sing the Pink. I mean, that song is
leave a comment.
awesome.
Do what?
I said I'll leave after I listen to it. I will
he
leave a
leave a
comment.
Okay, leave a comment and let us
It
know.
might be the
Yeah,
only
that's
comment
right,
on this
so-
video, but I will leave.
Yeah, you better do it with a different name, so it's that we'll be like, oh yeah, we got one comment. All right.
Get a
And then when you're
algorithm
watching
going.
this, if there's one comment, it's probably me, and then you'll go, oh yeah,
No,
that's Dave. Yeah.
text your comment to our director, and then he can do it with his name on YouTube, and then there you go.
All right. So anything else?
Well, of course, with Bon Scott, I will say Pirate Rage, another honorable mention. Good album. I mean,
Yep.
yeah. So I mean,
It's great because it's my number one. I mean, it's my number two, so yeah, it's great.
so
I
great
don't
album.
even know what we're saying anymore.
Yeah. No, his album sucked. I just playing that.
Come on, it's a good album. Come on.
Again, that could be in any of the 16 albums. You'd be able to tell the difference.
We were saying, while you were off getting another beer that you probably should not have had. If you took all of the albums and like just wrote their names down on slips of paper and then pulled out 10 of them at random, that you could just make an AC/DC album and it would sound
And it-
perfectly
they all
like they
would-
belong
yep.
together.
It's not like a
Well,
planned album.
But
again,
it will still be a great
Actually, the
album.
only
would
thing
be a
that will
great
be
album.
different
Yeah.
will be the production.
that's what I'm saying.
The later
that-
albums are more overproduced than the rawness
raw one for
of
the
the
first one. Yep.
original.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can hear the riffs and stuff. Again, when George John was involved in the production, you can hear the difference. Again, listen to Steve Upper Lip and Razor's Edge, and you're gonna hear the difference.
Yeah.
Thunderstruck. That's it. You can hear that in Steve Upper Lip. That's what I'm saying. Again, it sounds the same, but you can hear. I mean, a little bit of difference of the riff.
Right.
the sound,
Production. Yeah, production.
Yeah, production. Yeah,
How
you
it's
can
mixed.
hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how it's mixed, yeah, it's
Yeah,
different.
but I know that
still
I'm-
AC/DC,
Bass.
still mid-tempo, rock and roll, and we love it. So, is that it? Anything else?
No, that's it.
All
I
right,
mean,
we did it. So again, for Dave, Papo, Luis, and myself, Andrew, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.
no. One more thing. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave any comments below. So remember.
Yeah,
Yes.
subscribe because we need to get paid.
Like,
Yeah, that's right.
We want to quit our day
Like
jobs,
and
please.
subscribe.
Yeah. Yes.
Come on.
We need to get to like the second 100 of the subscribers.
Yeah, so we can get at least 5 cents in a check. So right.
Okay, so now
Now we've done like and subscribe. We didn't do that in the last one.
we did.
We need to cut that into the other one and make it look natural, like it'll flow.
So be
So-
quiet. Like and subscribe.
There you go.
So we'll catch you in
ring
the
the
next
bell
one.
Yeah,
for
ring
that.
that cling. Wait, we're done?
This- yeah.
We done?